Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin has pledged to implement the much publicized digital wallet scheme to boost the domestic market. The controversial policy has, however, sparked discussion of the criteria for receiving the state benefit. The ruling Pheu party had promoted the spending of 560 billion baht on disbursing 10,000 baht to Thai citizens aged 16 and over earlier this year, but the qualification criteria changed after some criticized the public scheme, saying that it should not include the wealthiest individuals in the country. In November, the Prime Minister explained that citizens with a monthly income of 70,000 baht and above, or a bank balance of at least 500,000 baht, will not be eligible to receive the benefit. The government still needs to find 500 billion baht to fund the scheme, even though the number of recipients has been reduced from 54 to 50 million Thais. The source of this funding has been scrutinized by the Move For party. Srettha's administration plans to propose an additional borrowing bill to fund the scheme, but Move For MP and Deputy Leader Srikannya Dansakul denounced the idea as a risk to the country's financial system, which could also violate Constitution and the Fiscal Discipline Act. Srikannya emphasized that the government has chosen the most arduous path by deciding to use a loan bill to procure funding. The Bank of Thailand's governor also raised concerns over the borrowing legislation and its potential to raise inflation in 2024. The loan bill might also contravene the 1958 Currency Act. The government should provide clearer sources of funding and assets to support the loan, as borrowing 500 billion baht could place an excessive burden on the economy. Nonetheless, Srettha insists on implementing the scheme to stimulate the economy, as the country's GDP has also stagnated with an average growth of 1.9% per year over the past 10 years. While this year's GDP growth is also likely to be under 2%, the Bank of Thailand projects a more positive growth of 3.8% if the digital wallet stimulus plan is launched. President of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, Sana Angupongkul, pointed out the government should launch the scheme by April 24, as the economy needs an injection of cash, adding that global economic uncertainty might impact Thai exports. Amidst both criticism and support from politicians and experts, the government has yet to announce the launch date for this populist program next year. Beyond the issue of domestic consumption, the government is set to encounter more challenges in 2024. As foreign direct investment is a significant driver of the Thai economy, Srettha urgently needs to find solutions to labor shortages, the green supply chain, water scarcity, digitalization, and the growth of the use of artificial intelligence. Thailand's goals to reach carbon neutrality in 2050 and net zero emissions in 2065 also have implications for investors. An expedited response by government is required to maintain Thailand's competitiveness in the region. Frank Han-Shi reporting for Thai Business World.